Hey guys, welcome back to Ben & Brewing's channel. If this is your first time here, we do product reviews, tutorials, and we have a live chat feature on our website to help you through your Broody 911s. Today's video is sponsored by iGulu, who challenged us to make a ginger beer on their iGulu F1. Let's check it out. Quick reminder, if you are going to go to iGulu.com and buy any of your ingredients or the iGulu F1, make sure you use code BenandBrewing for 20% off of your entire order. Now, making the ginger beer is actually very simple on the iGulu, and we tested a recipe that we had seen that was very, very simple. Let's see how it turns out though. The first thing you want to do is make your ginger bug, and this is what is going to ferment your primary ginger beer. It's actually very simple to do. You're going to take about 3 inches of ginger from the store, and the recommendations I got were not to actually wash it really, because you don't want to wash off any of the yeast or bacteria that are on the skin of the ginger. So take about 3 inches of ginger root, you chop it up finely, put it into kind of a large mason jar, and then fill it up with water so that it's completely submerged and covered. Once that's done, add about 2 tablespoons of sugar, give it a good stir to let it dissolve, and then put a piece of cheesecloth, or if you have the mason jar, just put the lid on real loosely so the gases can escape and don't build up pressure. Now you're going to want to make sure you take care of that ginger bug over the next couple of days as it starts to eat the sugars and starts to ferment. The goal of the ginger bug is to build up a healthy enough yeast and bacteria colony to be able to ferment a larger batch of ginger beer in a very fast amount of time. So think of this as a starter for a beer. You want to make sure that you're stirring your ginger bug twice a day and you're adding 2 tablespoons of sugar every day. Once you take the lid off and you see that it started to bubble and you can hear it crackling when you stir it, you want to let it do that for about 2 days. So once fermentation starts, it's bubbling a little bit, let it go for 2 days, and then it's ready to pitch into your ginger beer. So next step, you want to actually make your ginger beer, or in this stage, it's actually kind of like a ginger tea. You're going to take a half a gallon of water, put it in a boiling pot, take about 6 inches of ginger and finely chop it as well and add that to the water. You're going to bring that to a boil for about 15 minutes. Make sure it's covered just so you're not boiling off any of those nice volatiles. And when it's finished boiling, you're going to take it off the stove and transfer it to another vessel. Once you boil it for 15 minutes, you're going to want to strain it out into another pot to leave as many of the ginger solids behind as possible and just transfer over that ginger tea that you have made. As it's cooling, go ahead and add 2 cups of sugar and stir until dissolved. Once dissolved, add another half a gallon of cool water to help bring the temperature down and bring you up to a total volume of 1 gallon. Optionally, you can also add about a half a lemon. Fresh lemon is definitely best. Squeeze it out and add some of that juice. That'll give it a little bit of a nice tartness and a little bit of sharpness to balance the ginger. Once it's cooled down to about 70 degrees, and you don't want to go too much over that, go ahead and add the contents of that pot into the Triton keg. Take your ginger bug that you prepared several days prior that's ready to go. You're going to strain out a little bit of the mother culture that's in there, and I would do probably 3 or 4 tablespoons. You can give it a good healthy amount. Once that's added, seal up your Triton keg, put it into your iGulu F1 and set the fermentation temperature and time for about 7 days at 70 degrees or 69 degrees. Once that's done, your ginger beer should have a little bit of carbonation to it naturally as part of the fermentation. If you want to add more carbonation, make sure you activate CO2 mode on your iGulu F1, and if you've got master mode, you can specify what pressure you want that set at. Crash cool it, give it about 48 hours or so to chill down and have some of that CO2 absorb in there, and then it's ready to taste. Let's see how we did. All right guys, so it has been 7 days since we brewed the ginger beer. Christy, we're going to be tasting it today. So first of all, cheers.
Cheers.
See how we did.
It has the same color and consistency, I feel like.
Of a ginger beer that you get on the commercial market.
I don't get a very ginger note to it.
Am I getting a Christmas cookie? Seriously.
Sugar. I smell
sugar cookie.
Definitely sweet.
Carbonation is a little low.
Yes.
I would probably let it crash cool under pressure for maybe another day or 2 to let some of that carbonation reabsorb back in. It's refreshing. I think I could develop more. It's not really complex at this point. I think another week maybe to allow it to ferment. So maybe instead of 7 days, do like 2 weeks. I think having the carbonation level up would help to mask some of the sweetness. I think that would sharpen it up and not make it quite so sweet. I think it's got a lot of potential because I think that's really good. I would definitely change the recipe a little bit, probably add more ginger, another inch or two of ginger. I would definitely up the lemon from half to a whole.
Yep.
Get some more of that tartness, a little more acidity in there. But I think it's definitely a good starter, a good base.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it's
really good.
definitely something I'd brew again. And I think as simple as it was, as easy as it was, and if you keep your ginger bug going, you can continually make this in the iGulu batch after batch after batch. And you can definitely tweak it and add some different flavors. I think it needs more time. I think more time to let it really ferment out. Although it may not, because it is a natural fermentation. You know, generally those natural wild yeast and bacteria can't really ferment it to a very high alcohol content, like very, very low tolerance for alcohol, which is why it's considered non-alcoholic. I would give it another week at room temperature and let's see what it does. And then if it still has that residual sweetness, then definitely cut back the sugar by about a half a cup or so. But overall, I think it's a good start, and I've never made ginger beer, never really had ginger beer, other than a couple weeks ago we had some commercial examples which were really, really good. I will pin a comment on the video and let you know kind of how it went. That's a great idea. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching our video on making a ginger beer in the iGulu F1. Let us know if you've done this before or you have experience doing this. Any tips or tricks or even a different recipe that we can share with our viewers would be greatly appreciated. And let us know your experience if you've done this before. How did it turn out? Catch you later, my friends.